Alright, man, little evening session. One of the little lakes we hit up. We're gonna hit them from both ways. We got this is like the Huddleston 68, so kind of some bigger swim baits like that. Then we also got some small little shad baits and some spy baits and stuff. The official school out in this open water area. Ton of eelgrass. We can throw shad baits over. You can see the eelgrass. The water is pretty low right now, so this eelgrass is topped out right here. Usually it's mostly submerged, but so we're just going to kind of try both and see which works. Oh, guy, look at that. First cast with the shad bait. We got ourselves a little baby bass. We're on the board. It didn't take long. There we go. There's another one. What do we got here? What do we have here? Oh man, another little tiny bass. Here we go. Ooh, that feels a little better. That feels a little better. What we got here? Oh yeah. Oh man, here we go. Definitely a little bit better sized fish. Oh guy, come on now. I want to lay eyes on this one. Oh man, what is this guy? Oh, come on, got me hung in the grass. Oh, that's a nice little bass. That's a decent little bass. That's what we're after. A little bit better than the first two. All right, look at that guy. There it is, right in the snoot. Okay, there we go. That's what we're at. That's a little better. That's more like it. I'm telling you, man, I threw some jerk baits first thing this morning in a different spot. And it just weren't happening, man. But for some reason, these shad baits, when the weather gets right, when it's cold enough, these are one of my favorite baits. They just get bit so well. And for such a small bait, you know, obviously you can catch specks and bluegill and all the fish with them, but they will catch larger bass. You know, I've caught some really nice bass on these baits. They're just so effective in the colder months. And we've got colder weather, so I figured I'd break them out. Here we go. That's the number 3. Oh, that guy smacked it right on the paws. Right on the paws, man. What do we got here? Feels like another decent sized fish. They all feel big when you're, you know, using super finessey. Oh man, that's a nice one. Oh, that's a good one. Hopefully this guy didn't get me hung up in the grass too bad. We're basically drifting over eelgrass flat, and it's kind of clumpy and stuff. It's not as consistent, but there's definitely eelgrass down there for this fish to hang me up in. Oh man, that's a good one. Oh, that's a nice one, man. That's a really nice fish. Big old thick fall moving into winter, fat, healthy bass. Again, I've said it before, light tackle. I got my drag set really loose. They got some really small treble hooks on these shad baits, man, and you don't want to bend them out, so you can't really wrench on them. You just gotta let them play out and trust that you have a good, you know, a good hook in their face. You know, much like a jerk bait, these shad baits come with just obscenely sharp hooks. I know because I've stuck them in my finger enough times. But so anyways, point is, you just gotta play them out. Just gotta let them tire themselves out. I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close. Oh, I think we're getting close. Not quite. Oh, don't jump. Don't jump. Oh, come here, come here, come here. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. Yes. Oh, there it is. That's a pretty decent sized bass. Look at the hole in its mouth there. Holy shnikes, look at that hole. I wonder what did that. This guy's got some scars on it. This guy might have survived some stuff. This guy's got some stories to tell, this bass does. Alright, we just gave it another story, the time it cheated death. And it got yanked so violently out of the water, but then the kind person measured it and let it go. God, that's a nice one. Love it, man. A little wintertime pattern with the shad baits, man. Love it. Oh man, same thing. I've said this with jerk baits. You know, shad baits are not cheap, so you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but see how my line is kinked right here? I can feel it. I can feel right here that my line is completely frayed after I caught that fish. You know, it was probably rubbing on its gills and stuff as I was fighting it, or rubbing on the outside of its mouth somehow. So my line got frayed. Right after I released that fish, you give the old finger check, and bam, got a fray right there. So we're gonna go up above, you know, up above that where you feel it frayed. Check a little higher. Yeah, we're good. Go up above that. We're gonna snip and retie, man. And it, you know, it's time consuming, I'm not gonna lie. The worst is when fish are blown up around you and you feel that fray in your line. You just can't help yourself. You want to sling your bait back out there and get back in the action. That's not happening right now, but the point is, don't do that. Don't be a big dummy and lose your bait. I've done it. It's not fun, and it costs a lot of money. So here we go. We're going to retie. Oh, there we go. Little guy. Oh, shoot. Now he's got me. Okay, buddy. Okay, guy. Oh, there he goes. Oh, no, he got off. Come on, guy. Oh, man. Right at the end of the cast. I saw that fish, just a dark spot kind of come up and disappear. And he happened to have my bait. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. There we go. That guy got it that time. What do we have here? Oh, little guy. There he is. There's another one. Look at that. We're on them. They're out here more towards the center, but they're hanging out on this grass line. Oh, little guy. All right, come here, buddy. Heck yeah. Another one. Oh, look at that. Same, just back-to-back cast. Here we go. Oh, he spit it. There it is. There it is. There he is. What do we got here? A little better? Yeah. Looks like a little bit better sized fish. God, they are spunky today. This cooler weather has got them fired up. There he is. Yeah, a touch better, man. That's definitely, this guy will measure. There it is. There we go. Ooh, that guy. All right. Right at the end, right at the kayak, man. That fish munched right there at the kayak. They have not been shy today. Like I said, they've been eating the bait every which way, man. All right, this guy is a little better. Just gotta play them out. Gotta let them wear themselves out. And try and keep them out of the grass that's down there. There we go. Now he's out. All right, come here, buddy. Oh, he's got it good. He got it good. All right, there we go. That's not bad. It's a decent little bass. Absolutely, guy. There it is. There we go. There's another one. What's up with this guy? Oh man, here we go. Come here, buddy. Nice. There, that's a fat one right there. That guy's definitely got some girth. Kind of had to broke the prong off one of my trebles on my other one, so we had to switch to a different shad bait. Same deal though, it's a floating one, you know, so it kind of, if you feel it barely tick the grass, you can kind of pause it and it'll hopefully float up out of that, or you can kind of get a little rip free. But there we go, that's a nice one. Oh, there we go. Here's one. What do we got here? Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. This is what's up. This is what's up right there. The old speck, baby. Ooh, that's a skinny one. All right. Again, you know, not to sound like a broken record, but jerk baits, square bills, shad baits, obviously, smaller swim baits, is when you usually have, you know, extra bycatch. So that's when you're gonna hook up with your bluegills, your gar, and these bad boys, your speckled perch. Here we go. It hasn't been cold enough for these guys to really push up shallow. I think they're out basically chasing shad and stuff, like along with the bass in these deeper areas, especially in this lake. You know, I'm just kind of fan casting out over deeper grass. But there we go. We finally got, I expected to catch a bluegill at the very least. So here we go. There's the speck right as the sun's going down. How big this guy's eyes are. Look at that. Speckled perch. Here we go. All right, man. So today all our damage was on the on shad baits, and I realized, like, you know, when I say shad bait, maybe the 3 people that are watching this might not know what I'm talking about. So I figured I'd give a little contrast comparison, right? So, you know, a shad bait to me is just it's just a hybrid between a jerk bait and a crankbait. That's what they're always described as. It's a cold water bait for me. So when you're dressed like this, jacket, long sleeve, beanie, that's when they shine. You know, it's a real tight wobbling bait. I have thrown them. I threw them all summer just to, you know, experiment, and I did not do well at all. I just don't think they look that natural in that warmer water. You know, when the water gets really cold and everything, all the fish, everything that swims starts to really tighten up from that cold, that feeling of cold. You know, think about when you get cold, you know, you tighten up. You're not as loose and fluid. So that's why those shad baits shine. But also, so anyways, it basically, a shad bait looks like a jerk bait to me. But it's a very downsized version, right? So here we go. Industry standard, you got your Megabass Vision 110. Same thing, you got your Megabass 110 Junior, right? Very similar baits, even though this is a junior. You know, you can see if I hold them up together, they're really not super different size. You know, a junior is pretty close to the size of a 110. So we got our junior, all right, and now I'm gonna hold up. Here's the bait we did all our damage on. You can see I had to swap this bait out later in the evening because I ripped a treble off. But so here we go. Here's the junior, and here's the shad bait, and you can see that it's way smaller. I mean, we're talking about, this is probably 2/3 the size of the junior, the 110 junior. So that's what a shad bait is. And generally, you know, same thing, they're gonna have a bill. Here's the bevy shad. This is the one I tied on later, caught a few one, and it's just a real tight swimming bait through the water column. So, you know, to me, this is what I would consider, it's like my cold water square bill. I fish it the same way. I'm gonna throw this in deep water where fish may be schooling on bait. I'm gonna throw it like yesterday. We're gonna throw it over eelgrass flats or along those edges, which is what we did to catch all our fish. So I just wanted to give you guys just a contrast comparison, man, really show you what I'm talking about. So that's it. That's the shad bait. You definitely see me throw these a lot in the colder months.